We know that lighthouse keepers passed away somewhere on the property. Do you know what happened to them?
We've had Jeremiah Ingram, who passed away, and he was the first lighthouse keeper in Pensacola. We've had some keepers pass from yellow fever. One of the bigger stories of tragedy was a daughter of a lighthouse keeper who passed away. Ella Miller had a difficult pregnancy, and she bled all over the floors in what was referred to for a long time as the bloody bedroom.
Sounded like it came from over here. Okay. Hello? Oh, Steve. Steve?
Yo.
Just happened again. So, oh, did you see that? Yep. It's coming from upstairs.
Jeremiah Ingram, we know you were the first keeper. Are you still here with us?
What was that?
Jay.
That was like a,
Jay, that was a female voice.
Oh,
Absolutely heard that.
Ella Miller, you died during childbirth. Are you trying to talk to somebody?
I heard that too.
I just heard that.
Is anybody from the Hart family here? So are there any children in this house right now?
Lucinda, can you make the lights go off on the device? All you gotta do is go right near it. Louis?
Is there somebody here that we did not mention yet?
Oh, what's that? It sounded like a female humming. It was like,
Were you just humming? All right, we're gonna head out. Thank you.
Thank you.
Jay to Dave.
Go for Dave.
How's it going in the lighthouse?
We're probably gonna call it in a few and come back down.
Yeah, come on down. We'll switch up teams.
Copy that.
Oh, yeah. Wow.
Have you ever heard anything like that, or?
Something like that, but
Could it be Ella? Could it be her?
Coming to her child.
She survived a few months after giving birth. Hey. You hear that?
yeah.
Almost sounds like a young female making it.
Absolutely. That gives her chills. And this was like near the bloody bedroom.
It's actually right near the bloody bedroom. It almost sounded like there was an E and an L there. So we didn't know if it was saying hello, if it was saying Ella, because there is the Ella Miller who they claim did pass away in there.
That's amazing.
Most of the activity does occur in the stacks area. Just last week, I saw a shadow, and when I walked down to the end of the aisle, there was no one there.
In the same area, it's been reported that books have mysteriously moved on their own.
Steve and Tango on the second floor where the book stacks are, and they claim that books are moving on their own and that they're also seeing shadow-like phenomena.
Oh my God.
What?
Another voice?
A voice?
There's a voice that says, go home.
No.
And just listen, I don't.
No! Go home. No way!
This is where the guy, Dave, used to work, who just recently passed away.
Dave, yeah.
So we have a machine right here. It's called the geophone, and we can ask you yes or no questions. And for every yes, you can just tap on the table to make that light go on. Is there somebody here with us right now? It's okay. We don't mean any harm. We don't... Can you go to that machine one more time and just tap like 3 times in a row, please?
Wow.
Did you used to work here? Yes. Dave, are you here with us?
Isaac Oosterhout, are you here in the library? I know it was your passion project.
Oh.
Oh. What was that?
Who's on the first floor?
Cheers, Steve.
Go for Steve.
Steve, is somebody on the first floor?
Not at all, no.
Oh, wow. Okay. Thanks, man.
Ooh, right there.
Holy crap. It sounded like somebody running down the stairs.
I heard you telling me or us to go home. We will go home if you could pull a book out of the shelf and drop it to the floor.
Well, let's see if any book is out. So, nothing in this aisle.
Nothing here.
Nothing in this aisle.
Yeah, nothing.
Nothing, yeah, nothing.
I'm gonna walk down here again, where I heard it. Steve, there's a book that's jarred out.
What?
So if there's anybody here with us right now, can you please tap on the table? Are there any settlers here that died in the Wyoming massacre?
You sure that?
That, yeah.
What was that? Hey. Let's regroup at Command Center. Copy that. What does it sound like it's saying to you?
What we have here sound to me like a librarian reading to a child.
That's true. It has an informational type of sound to it.
Right.
Tango and I, we were investigating the second floor stacks. Take a listen. Hear that? To us, it sounded like go home.
Yeah, that's very discernible and really creepy.
Does that sound like what you've heard?
Absolutely.
Okay. Steve and I were investigating the second floor stacks. We had experiences where we saw a book that seemed to already be sticking out. We put all the books back in. So watch.
What? What was the name of the book?
It was Miss Harris.
I used to have a secretary, Margaret Harris. Her office mate passed away recently. Yeah. And she was another long-term employee that absolutely loved being here. Maybe she was thinking of her secretary and needing something, because that's right outside of the office.
Wow.
Oh, gosh.
Oh. Can you hear the giggle after it, too?
Yeah, absolutely. David, whose office used to be down there, was known as the jokester, so he loved jokes and laughing. And
oh, does that sound like David?
That's absolutely the way David would laugh.
Wow. That's a different page in this book.
Why would they build on top of a ceremonial mound?
Because at that time, yellow fever epidemic, and there are a lot of mosquitoes in Mississippi, and usually there's a breeze blowing up here, so they felt like maybe that would help.
Helen and George spent their retirement at Mount Helena, and both died in the upstairs bedroom.
Upstairs, I would often have this feeling of fingers on my head and just going through my hair. It's scary. It feels like they can do anything that they wanted.
George, is there anybody here? Oh,
You hear the voice?
Is it upstairs?
Hello? Helen?
Check this out. Old dresses, period type clothing. Honestly, I think you should put something on that might be familiar to the time.
George? It's Helen. Can you come out and talk to me? I'm looking for you. This is the bedroom where they see a male apparition walking around in the room.
Is there anyone here who'd like to talk with us?
George, is it you that they're seeing? You can also show yourself to us at any time.
What the hell was that? Did you hear the voice?
I heard that.
That was like a female voice.
Helen, if that's you, can you say something again?
Is this George? What about Helen?
Oh, there you go. And it's back there.
George, are you here with us too?
It's quiet now. Let's switch up.
Okay.
So we are currently in the bedroom where Helen and Reverend George
Place this on the ground.
had passed away. I need you to give me 2 really loud stomps to let me know you understand me. 1, 2. I'll go to the alphabet, you knock on the letter. I'll restart, you knock on the second letter. We'll spell out a word. A, B, baby?
With your baby?
Okay. Did they pass away young? Can you tell me how old they were when they passed away? $10? He was only 10. 10 years? Months? Days?
10 days?
Jay for Cody. Are you guys walking around up there? We're hearing footsteps.
That's not us. We're hearing footsteps too.
That's unsettling.
All right, 10-4. While they were doing it, a woman came through and she says, I'm with my baby that died young, died like 10 days old. I'm not sure if that is anything you know about.
Yes, they did have one child that died, but as an infant.
Okay. Now, before Shari and I headed upstairs, we were standing at the bottom of the stairs, and there was another voice that came through. So I can play it as many times as you need me to, so.
Sounds like a man, not a woman to me.
Oh, that's a man. That's definitely male. It almost sounds like it's saying, you know, come up here, as if it was trying to guide us up there.
Does seem like Helen and George never left.
The claims in the house from our guests, from our docents, and a lot of little kids.
Little kids are reporting this to you?
Yes, kids will want to go back in the mansion and go play with the little girl in the walnut room on the first floor. In one day, we had 14 of the same accounts.
Other incidents with a child apparition have also been experienced on the 3rd floor.
Okay, this is Shari and Marcus in the bedroom. Is anyone here from the Blennerhassett family? If there is somebody in this room going near that machine, can you please go near it again? Oh.
You heard that?
Yeah.
That came from the nursery.
Well, let's head in there. If there's any children, I have a few things that you can play with. See this? It's a ball, and it lights up when you're bouncing it around. I have a little toy frog, all right, and you can play with that. I'm gonna place it right on there. Okay, we're gonna go into the other room. Are you here to harm anybody?
Hey guys, why don't we switch up the teams?
Copy that.
Okay.
Jay and Shari entering the main bedroom of the Maple Shade House.
So a lot of the claims up here are doors being slammed, things being moved around, shuffling, stuff like that.
Oh, what was that?
I heard that.
That was like
That
a
was-
female voice.
Yeah, like,
What the was that? There was just a crazy freaking voice.
Can you say it again?
People have seen a little boy running up and down this hallway here.
That just happened again.
Are you serious?
I was in the same spot coming through. Hang on. It's there. It's there.
What, yeah?
It's lonely.
You able to make out what it's saying?
I'm so lonely.
Sounds to us like it's saying it's lonely.
It's lonely,
Like,
yeah.
we did get some direct communication, which gives the signs of intelligent type haunts, as if these things are trying to communicate. What does it sound like it's saying to you?
That's a difficult one for me.
All right, to us, it sounded like I'm still here.
We'd like to talk with you.
Yes, that's interesting.
So it's a true EVP because it was caught on a digital recorder, but we weren't able to hear it. All right, so now, again, Shari and I were investigating the Maple Shade House. There's a voice that comes through there, so let's see. What was that?
Who's in here? Yep.
Who's in here? And that's a female. There's
That's
no question
definitely
that's
a female.
Oh, what was that?
I heard that.
There does appear to be some history that's still living here.
Right.
Some of the claims we've had here in the arena is apparitions of Civil War soldiers.
On the south side of the stairs, I saw a Confederate soldier. So as I walked toward him, or it, he just stared me down. And that was scary. He didn't go away. I went away. There's some things you just don't play with.
Was this property anything else?
There was an orphanage here on these grounds.
In 1895, the Waifs Industrial Home for Needy and Sick Children opened on this property, although there are few records of the children who lived and died here.
Oh, guess where I am? Are you on one of the catwalks?
It's even scarier in the dark.
Gosh. Jay.
This is freaking terrifying.
See you moving.
What?
You can hear me from up there?
Yep. There's just a voice.
Hello? I think we heard you. Are you one of the children from the orphanage? Are you the one that people have been seeing?
What? I just heard a voice.
I heard that voice up here. It sounded like a kid cheering.
Literally like somebody's having a good time.
Yeah.
Wow. Margarita, are you still here?
I mean, I'm just not hearing anything now.
All right, let's head up.
Oh my God. Holy. Holy. I was walking out and I saw a shadow, an actual mass, free floating, coming towards me, almost ran into me. And it was gone. And it scared the living out of me.
Dave, Shari, and Steve Shippey head to the kitchen, where a woman in a black dress has been witnessed.
Look at that.
Yeah, it's getting a bit more.
Is there any way that you can move anything for us?
Yeah. Well, is there any way you can show yourself to us?
Holy.
Oh my God.
It's pulsating.
Yeah.
What's going on in there? Wow. Steve to Tango.
Tango for Steve.
Can you check on the monitors to confirm an anomalous light we're seeing in the arena?
On my way.
You have to check it out,
Right.
you know. We can't stay down there and just assume it's something paranormal.
Absolutely.
Tango for Steve.
Go for Steve.
Okay, I see you guys walking up the stairs there.
Thanks, man. There are some windows up there. I see the windows on the top.
I'm seeing some light in that room.
Can you tell if it's coming from a source or if it's just an illumination?
Of some sort.
I can't tell. It is pretty distant. The camera, it's more of a glow.
I'm gonna go check it out now.
Copy that, yeah. I mean, that's a claim.
There, too. They say that they see lights.
If it's something paranormal, it would have to be energy, so a glowing ball of light, or an actual ethereal apparition. I don't know.
And then it disappeared.
Okay.
There are a lot of things that it could be in terms of natural phenomena, but I'm not sure that we're able to disprove that.
So Steve and I spent some time in the arena, and he thought he saw something towards one of the press boxes. I headed up to the catwalk. There was a strange voice that just happened. I'll play it for you and just get your take on it.
Yeah, I heard it.
What?
Even Steve heard it, and it sounds like a kid cheering.
Yeah.
Like a woo. Like,
Yeah.
A bunch of the team members had some wild things happen. Steve Shippey, Dave, and Shari were down in the kitchen, and there's a weird light anomaly. You'll see.
Holy.
Oh my God.
Oh.
Holy.
Oh my God.
You know, we're not big fans of orbs, because most of the time they could be shot down as dust, insects, moisture, anything else. But it's something that seemed to be emitting its own light. Even when we watch it frame by frame, it reflects off of this.
Wow.
That light alone, seeing that video is,
Yeah, definitely,
Wow.
it was an interesting one. There was another experience that was had, and we don't have it because our camera was in the right spot, but one of our investigators, Dave Tango, was walking towards the concession stand on the first floor area. He saw somebody walking towards him, all of a sudden realized it was a freestanding black mass. He screamed, he was sort of in shock. He says it was a life-changing experience for him. I mean, this is one of the claims that go on here.
She had about 45,000 sailors and Marines on board her, but she only lost one sailor to a casualty during a combat situation. Robert Osterand. It was a shell that actually hit the deck right around here, and he got hit with some shrapnel. They rushed him into the wardroom where they put him on the pre-op table there, and he unfortunately passed away there.
Gosh.
Even though only one seaman was lost in combat, sailors still endured the terror and suffering of horrific battles, with some going stir-crazy, possibly leading to gruesome actions.
We did have someone that was killed aboard back in the 80s.
You're referring to the possible murder?
That's,
yeah.
yes.
Do you have any records on that?
Not that I'm aware of.
We'll try to figure that one out.
Apparitions of sailors have also been encountered on Deck 3 on Broadway, which is near the engine room.
We've been lost on this ship for quite some time, and we need some help trying to find our way around, or we're gonna be stuck here.
Steve's trying to figure out if he should head towards the bow or the stern.
Seaman Robert Osterwind? We heard you were killed when you were hit by shrapnel.
You just hear that? It sounded like just, I don't know, like a high-pitched male voice. It sounds like footsteps.
Wow, yeah.
I can't tell. Did that come from that way?
No, that way.
Okay, but I think this is where this ends.
Even if that's where it ends, that's where it came from. Hello? Seaman Osterwind? Are you here with us?
This is it. Hear the walking?
I did that time. I heard, yep, like boom.
Sounds like somebody's walking like right above you, like ding, 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 ding.
Hello?
Goes again.
That one sounded high-pitched. And I might be crazy, but it almost sounded like a response. Almost not hello, but you said hello. And I was like, eh.
Steve, put this on. Just listen. You just heard it?
I heard like a whoo.
It's like residual and then intelligent.
That tells me that we have both types of phenomena happening.
Sounds like the same sound, but at one point it's coming through as an electronic voice phenomenon, and the next second it comes through as a disembodied. That sounded like it was right behind me.
That was right behind you, Jay.
I know.
It's such a small room, we would see whatever else would be in here.
I mean, this is it. It doesn't go anywhere.
This is it. There's no ins, there's no outs.
All right, so there was some crazy activity.
Two male voices.
It's coming this way. Hello? All right, you heard those voices, though, Steve.
I did. Two male voices distinctly.
Two different tones.
Oh.
Those voices are coming from over here.
Steve for Tango. It couldn't have been them. We would still be hearing their voices.
Did you try them on the walkie?
Yeah. No answer. They're too far away.
Hello? Like, I'm standing here waiting and hoping that it happens again.
I mean, I wouldn't mind going up to command and reviewing this.
Let's do it. So the ship has seen tragedy, and I think that's important, as it could be behind some of the residual activity. Residual sound of somebody pacing back and forth, because God only knows how many times somebody did pace back and forth. Yeah. Some of the audio we were able to hear with our ears, but it didn't translate well on the recorder because there's a lot of sounds that happen on the ship.
Very true.
But I can say that while Steve and I were on Broadway, right over near the two engine rooms, where people had witnessed seeing the apparitions, and we started hearing just two guys talking, which was strange. I'll load up the audio and play it for you and get your take.
Okay.
It was so loud that we thought for sure there were other people there. Two male voices distinctly.
Two different tones.
Oh. You can hear it talking.
Yeah. It was kind of in the background.
Two male voices distinctly.
Two different tones.
Oh. Your findings were pretty fascinating. Thank you.
We actually heard what we thought was a female screaming. We looked around, we found no one else here. It spooked that employee so much that pretty immediately after that he quit.
There were never women that served time here, so I have no idea who that would be.
Right.
Okay, this is Jay and Shari in the production building. Was that footsteps?
I want to see where that sound's coming from.
Yeah.
Nope. That sounded
That was
kind of like
a whistle.
A little more like a screeching. Oh, there it is again. Holy crap! That doesn't sound like a whistle. That sounds like somebody was screeching in the distance.
Happened again. Are there any prisoners here with us?
If you're here, can you tell us your name?
Hello?
All right, so there was some crazy activity going on.
Absolutely.
Hey, Steve, it's Jay. Let's regroup at Command Center.
Here we go, gift shop.
Hello?
Is there anyone here with us?
This land was given to Rufus, who was known to be a heavy drinker.
Rufus? He actually died before this prison ever even existed. He was all over these grounds. We can pour a drink together.
We're gonna have some drinks.
There we are.
Come on, Rufus. We won't judge you.
We'll join you. Rufus, what's your favorite part about having a drink? Rufus, you can get a little closer to us.
You just hear that? That was a female voice. You want to go this way? Hello? Is anyone here from the Barrier family?
Rufus Barrier? We know that you inherited this land. Are you here with us?
Is there a Margaret here?
People hear a woman screaming. Maybe that's you.
I heard that. That was a voice.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, it's a weird-ass voice. Almost sounds like you're saying, yes, sir. If a correction officer tells you to do something, you're like, yes, sir.
Mr. Shackelford.
Oh, wow. You can hear that whispering in the background there.
To us, it almost sounds like it's saying, yes, sir. So I
can hear that.
It seems like something an inmate would say. And while we were in there, we were trying to make contact with Rufus, who's known to be a very big drinker. His mother ended up in and out of a mental institution before she passed away as well. So while we were in there, we caught a voice, but it's a female voice. Just take a listen to it and tell me what you think.
You can definitely hear somebody talking. Sounds like heartbreak or something.
Yeah, I mean, heartbreak is exactly what we heard as well. So, is that Margaret we're hearing? Is she saying heartbreak because we were talking about Rufus and his drinking issue? Yeah, I'm not sure really, but I mean, it's definitely there, and that's a female voice.
Right.
There are no females in there.
She could be the woman heard screaming here.
This home was completed in 1858. While Mr. Sayer was here, he had 4 wives, not at the same time. 3 of those wives did pass away here at the mansion.
Do you know his wives' names?
Yeah, his first wife was Mary, and his second wife was Mary.
Makes it easy.
And then the third wife was Helen.
And the fourth wife?
Fourth wife was Martha, and as he got older, the wives got younger and younger.
Did they die under strange circumstances?
I can't find any records of how they passed. One of them only lived 13 months after they married.
Okay. How many children did Robert Sayer have?
Mr. Sayer had 12 children. 3 of those children did pass away here at the mansion.
So here on the 3rd floor, there's claims of electronics acting up. And I guess in room 32, something was climbing into the bed. We've got a full spectrum camera.
This device here is an EM pump, and what it does is it ionizes the atmosphere by introducing positive ions. Whatever is here, if it does need energy to manifest, move objects, create a voice, this is basically adding a little more fuel for it.
Steve.
Yo.
I just went from a full battery to 1 bar.
Oh, wow. Maybe there's something to those reports of electronics fuddling.
This is the top floor, so why would it have sounded like we just had footsteps above us?
Like above us.
If there's somebody here, can you knock? Let us know you're here, like this?
That was a knock, Steve. That was a direct knock.
I heard it.
Can you knock back to us?
Ooh. It's weird. Sounds like somebody's hitting a pillow.
It was like a... No. Nothing sounds like it.
Is anyone here from the Sayer family?
Robert Sayer?
Steve, all right, that was a knock, but there was a noise in here.
Really?
Now there's nothing. It's only happening when we're asking something.
Somebody was trying to talk to us through these rapping sounds and would love to figure out who that is.
Are you willing to talk with us?
That was a knock.
Robert Sayer. We're looking for you. Just...
Oh, what the hell's going on? Speaking of a heat signature?
Sure am. Right here.
Jay and Sherry heading to basement area.
Claims downstairs are shadow figures running around.
Maybe make any of these pieces of equipment go off a little more, just by getting closer to them.
All right. That's happening on cue.
Right.
Only when we're asking questions.
And there's the other device on the table. It's lit up blue. By going to one side, it'll light up green, and on the other side, it'll light up red.
So when we ask you questions, if the answer is yes, you're gonna go to the green side, and if the answer is no, you'll light up the red side.
If it's somebody who's not one of these Sayers' children, would you be willing to come and talk with us? Nope.
Oh, green for yes? Thank you.
That was dead on.
Yeah.
Right when I asked the question, boom.
Yeah.
Is your name Robert Sayer?
Oh,
okay.
Thank you.
So, Robert, you're here with us? Robert, if that's you, can you go near one of the devices again? You heard that?
I heard that. God.
Holy
If I had hair, it would all be standing up right now. So first time, initially asked if it was Robert Sayer.
And it went to green.
And then we're asking again.
And it's like, yeah.
Ask away. I mean,
Okay. So, Robert, we definitely heard you that time, and thank you so much. Robert, did you harm anybody in your family? No? Thank you. That's why we're here. We're just trying to get your story straight.
Is there anything that you'd like to tell anybody? Robert, are you still here? Robert.
You can actually take a listen.
Oh, this is right by 32.
Yeah, I think so.
Let us know you're here, like this.
Wow.
It's just getting direct communication back and forth.
That's interesting.
There's somebody here. Can you knock? Let us know you're here, like this.
That was a knock, Steve. Sometimes it's the only way that they're able to do that back and forth. Shari, one of the investigators, and myself, we were downstairs in the conference room. Just take a listen to this voice.
Robert, if that's you, can you go near one of the devices again?
Oh my goodness. Is he saying yeah?
Yeah, that's exactly what we heard.
Wow.
So they house women and men in this building?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
There are children here?
Up until 1957.
Were there any deaths that you know of on the property?
The common story is a gal named Mary that hung herself. This is the one that they think they're seeing in the window.
People have also seen a female apparition in 1920s clothing on the staircase.
Jay and Shari heading into Bastille. All right. There's somebody here. Can you come down the stairs so we can talk to you?
What is that?
Sounds like somebody dragging something. Yeah, it keeps on sounding like somebody walking upstairs.
We heard that. This is where they see the woman going up and down the stairs. I heard your foot tracker just go off.
Yeah, it's going off.
We'll leave you alone in this room. I wanted to leave the camera in here.
Yeah, I'm gonna leave my recorder in here too.
Steve and Tango were up on the second floor. This is where they've seen many apparitions, and this is where the females and children were held.
That woman supposedly, you know, they think her name is Mary.
Mhm.
There's no reason for it. It's just legend, but just in case there's some truth to it, we might as well try, you know?
Yeah, of course, always. Gotta hit every angle.
Mary! Who is up here? And maybe if her name isn't Mary, that might aggravate her.
Right.
Hey, Steve.
Yo!
Come down here for a sec. There's a big spider.
Whoa, whoa, whoa.
Steve, I swear.
What's wrong?
Seriously, you didn't just...
I didn't hear it.
You went, oh, and there was a, oh.
I marked it.
Okay, there you go.
Steve, I swear. What was that?
Dude, it sounds like a little kid giggling.
Yeah.
Maybe that means it was in there.
Let's get Satori and Cody in here with Chandler and see what they find.
Yeah. That sounded like a child mimicking what you just did, but you actually heard it happen.
Oh, I heard it when it happened, yeah. So that's interesting enough, but this last voice that happened is really wild. So Shari and I were investigating, and as we were walking out, a voice appeared on the recorder right after the door closed. Hear the door closing.
Whoa. I think they're gone.
100%. That's
What
exactly,
the heck?
Yeah. It wasn't until later on when we're going through the evidence that we actually found that.
That's crazy.
Nothing here is going to hurt any of your staff. These were once people. It's very much a human experience and not anything that they need to be afraid of.
Well, knowing that could actually put some people at ease.
But the evidence does point towards a jailer or possibly an imprisoned child still being here.
During planning and construction of the Hoover Dam, 96 deaths were recorded, but the exact number is likely much higher due to underreporting.
Only the deaths that occurred at the actual project were counted. John Tierney was a surveyor. In December of 1921, he was doing some assessments along the Colorado and there was a flash flood. He drowned.
John Tierney died on the site 10 years before construction started on the Hoover Dam project. He left behind a wife and an 11-year-old son named Patrick, who later followed in his father's footsteps.
14 years later, his son was a worker on one of the construction crews, and on the exact same day, he died when he fell off of one of the intake towers, and he was the last recorded death on the Hoover Dam construction project.
Wow.
Jay and Shari at the emergency staircase where the claims are hearing footsteps, whispers, and gates closing. Hello? John Tierney, you and your son Patrick died here. Are you with your son? What is that?
Hello?
The hell was... Did it sound like it was near you?
It sounded like it went by me. Like a meow. I'm gonna try to play it back.
Okay.
Share.
Yes.
It sounds creepy. You gotta hear this. The only way to explain it is like if somebody was falling to their death. Ready?
What the hell was...
What is that?
What is that? That is so weird.
It almost sounds like they're going.
Right. He's definitely gasping for air.
This is the fourth floor tunnel, and so this is sound of footsteps.
Yep. Also the apparition of a man in 1930s wear.
Hello? Are there any workers here with us right now? Let's go slow. Let's be quiet. Did you hear that? See, that was a male voice saying something.
Listen. The haunted nerve center of this dam is right here. Wow. I have this urge where I want to listen so bad. Like,
Go back and listen.
I want to, like,
Yeah?
because what if it's trying to tell us something?
Exactly.
Oh.
Is that just it again?
You guys just heard that sound like
That just sound like it
somebody
again?
dragging pipes. Oh. It's like
Well,
somebody just whistled?
no, but I heard something. I heard...
Nobody just whistled.
No, but I just heard something.
Oh, there was just a whistle. So, Shari and I had made it up most of the way to the top of the dam on the straight staircase. It sounds like somebody up top is dragging a metal pipe. It was weird. We're trying to figure out where it was coming from, and we just couldn't, but here you go. Oh. You hear that?
Just it again?
There was nobody up there. One of the most interesting locations turned out to be the fourth floor tunnels.
Tango and I, we were investigating down that tunnel, and we were hearing what sounded like walking and movement and a male voice, and it was organic in the environment, not something just coming through our electronics. Listen. Listen. To us, it sounded like perhaps someone acknowledging that they heard that.
Yeah.
Listen.
So now this next piece, we're not sure what to make of this. We're sitting there on the stairs, and there's a sound that comes from the top. So I want to play and get your thoughts on it, and we'll go from there. What is that? You hear the heavy breathing too? Right there?
What is that?
Sounds like it could be something falling or some person maybe. It was definitely something moving very quickly.
It could possibly be one of the construction workers that fell to their death.
Definitely there were sounds that you picked up, so
Voices and movement. Mm-hmm. And I think that was one of the biggest things. Is it safe? Is there anything to be concerned about? No. So many people put their lives into it. I mean, still to this day, people are putting their lives into it. We got to also take into consideration the amount of people who tragically died here, and you have the perfect elements for residual type haunts, for that energy to be trapped.
Do you know of any deaths that have taken place on the property?
Harry and Eliza both passed away here.
And we also heard about a possible grave on the property.
Yeah, there's a small granite slab. It looks like it had some etchings on it at one point in time, but nothing legible. So not sure if it is a grave or who it may belong to.
I'm going through some books and things. As I'm standing over the box, it feels like someone walks up behind me and pushes me over the box. And I turn around and there's no one there.
I want to maybe try upstairs, where they had the funerals.
Okay.
I think we should give it a shot. All right, this is Cody and Satori. We are heading up to the second floor at the Moody Mansion.
There is a female apparition seen up here down the hall.
So, I guess they used to have the funerals right here on the landing.
You want to set it like right here, maybe?
Yeah. So what's going to happen, we're going to go through the alphabet. And when it gets to a letter that you want us to be aware of, give us a knock on the floor or on the wall, whatever you can do to make it heard.
So feel free to come into the room. Okay, so we're gonna do 1 for yes, 2 for no. Are you somebody with the history of the building? Okay. Are you with the owners in some way? Michael? Michael. Okay. When we get to the first letter of your first name, you knock.
A, B, C.
C.
A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I.
H.
It's just so crazy what they get.
Wait, is the name Cheryl? Cheryl, okay. So can I get a last name? A, G, H, I, J, K, L, A, L, Allen. Okay, Cheryl Allen.
Holy crap. I believe that's Michael's last name.
First word, A, B, C.
I don't even understand how this works. I really don't.
It's amazing.
C, D, E.
What do we have?
Grave. They took grave.
Is it grave? Dirt? They took grave dirt?
Well, is that why you're upset?
Man who does not. A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L. Like? Earl?
Is there more? A, B,
A, Allie?
Allie.
Man who does not like Pearl Alley?
What?
The 2 dogs that live in this house?
Pearl and Allie are your 2 dogs.
Wow, that's incredible.
They were able to get a lot of other things. I know your last name's Allen, so I'm gonna have to ask you, is there a Cheryl Allen that you're familiar with?
That's my mom.
It's your mom?
Mm-hmm.
Cheryl Allen came through, and she was saying that she protects Sophie and Colin.
Well,
yeah, I know that's your children, correct?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
That's incredible.
But now I get some other questions I have to ask you. I need to understand this. Have you guys, at any point, taken any grave dirt from a grave or anything?
We did.
Whose grave?
Harry's.
During this thing, they made contact with a man in the master bedroom, and it says they took my grave dirt.
It's a turn that I didn't expect. Told you. We befriended a local antique dealer, and we said, well, we're having some issues with some not very good neighbors, partying all the time, they're tenants. And she said, listen to my instructions, get a little bit of the dirt from the graveyard, write this down, burn it, and put it all in a pot, and put a little bit on the property that you're having problems with.
I questioned the entire process.
Did anything change?
The following day, all of the tenants were moved out and their furniture was put onto the side of the road.
Okay.
Do I take it back?
Maybe taking the dirt back would be beneficial because it seems like
one of the entities is Harry. I wouldn't be surprised, honestly, if some of the activity stopped.
Right. So how many people do you think passed away here throughout its time?
Hundreds for sure. I would guess thousands.
Yeah.
Many tragically died here when their lives were cut short from gruesome accidents, diseases, and the horrific 1918 influenza pandemic. Activity has been reported throughout St. Ignatius Hospital, including a little girl's voice.
I've never actually seen her, but she giggles a lot. And you definitely can hear her walking the halls. It sounds innocent, but it's scary.
The morgue is the one place in this building that I do not feel safe in. You feel like you're not supposed to be there, like something's over the top of you watching you. And it just had a very evil feel to it.
This is Tango and Dustin in the hospital.
Floor 3, so big hand fella was seen down the end of this hall here.
Yep. The angry woman.
Footsteps.
Hello?
We've been given a couple of names. We're looking perhaps for Gertrude. How about Irene?
We know that you were nurses here at St. Ignatius when you passed away from the Spanish flu. Are you still here?
We were invited here by Austin and Laura. They want to renovate this building.
If there are any spirits here with us and you want to speak to us, what was that?
What the hell was that?
If there are any spirits here with us and you want to speak to us,
That wasn't me.
No, I hear a clear no.
That's what I hear.
And before that, I hear like almost something building up to it. It's like,
Yeah, like
no.
almost like.
Yeah.
Shari and I will begin in the basement morgue, which has a separate entrance to the building.
Jay and Shari entering the basement morgue. People are saying they get burned and scratched down here.
Now, people do not feel comfortable, right? They feel like it's not a good feeling down here.
Yeah.
E.F. Martin, we know you were crushed between two railroad cars.
Was it a child?
Don't know what that was. Hello?
Anybody here need help?
Sure.
What?
I truly just feel like something just scratched me on the side of the head. Feels hot. It's a hell of a burning sensation. Is it showing any hotter with the thermal?
It actually is showing white with the red around it.
Yeah, it still burns.
Oh my God. This is one of the claims that they had in the basement. Is there somebody here that just tried to hurt Jay?
All right, this is Dave, Dustin, and Shari. We are in the morgue. This is where people feel scratched, burned.
Lotus Faye, are you here with us by any chance?
She was the one that was shot, right, by her brother?
Yeah, by your brother, yeah. We're very sorry that that happened to you.
Are you sad not being able to play with your brother anymore?
Sounded like a child.
Really?
Yeah. Hello?
Is Dr. Ferguson here?
I thought I heard some man saying 1, 2.
You hear a man counting?
I hear a man counting, saying 1, 2.
Don't even. I'm getting. All right, hold on. Are you kidding
Dude,
me?
it's him again.
Are you serious?
I'm serious. We were investigating last night. Dave heard an answer say no. So the spirit's here with us and you want to speak to us? And when I went to play it back today on my recorder,
Yeah.
there's a guy counting going 1, 2, 3. And it's creepy, and now that it's here, it's like
Is that the same
ridiculous.
voice?
It's
It
the male
sounds the
voice.
same. A
Really?
whispery male voice slowly counting.
It felt like somebody had scratched the side of my head. You see,
Yeah, that's bizarre.
the red mark and burning faded after about an hour or so. I don't feel like it was an aggressive thing. It's just something sitting there and trying to get my attention. Some stuff we'd like to show you, get your take on it.
Okay.
Tango and Dustin were investigating the 3rd floor, and at one point you can hear a gentleman's voice counting. And this happened actually twice throughout the investigation.
Different locations.
2 different locations.
There are the spirits here with us, and you want to speak to us?
Yeah.
Just makes you wonder, what are they counting
Right, all I think
for?
is like chest compressions.
Well, that was my initial thing. We did contact a historian, and she just told us about the property, a lot of the history, including one young girl, Lotus Faya, who was shot by her brother. She ended up passing away. It's possible she could account for the childlike activity. Shari, Dave, and Dustin were down in the morgue, and there was a female voice that came through, and it sounded like it said the name of that little girl. You able to hear it?
I can hear.
It's like a little Lotus.
Yeah.
It's a little tough to hear.
That's
but
all right.
Like I
Someone
said,
we
that,
know.
that little girl who did pass away. We were able to document some of these past experiences that people have had. It just didn't seem like anything here was the least bit malicious. But it is active, and the renovations do trigger activity.